for some of the Bustamante fans tuning in right now who are less familiar with your full background, Jim, you know, special agent in charge at the FBI, 8 years serving as an Army Ranger before that in civil affairs, which, you know, we can all do math there. But your roommates at West Point, Mike Pompeo, Mark Esper, were CIA head / Secretary of State and then Secretary of Defense for Trump. And they didn't like him. And I know you had a lot of conversations with them. So if we're talking about some of like the behind the curtain is actually like the refreshing part about Trump, because there's a lot of things we complain about there. Why did they hate him so much?
I think you've got two different people, right? We talked about Esper. We talked about the, you know, regimental commander at West Point. Always was the same. He's never changed. He has been no different from the day he was a cadet as to he is at this moment. And so along the way, I think there was a lot of tension between the two of them because Mark is your true military man. Mike is to an extent, but Mike's smarter. Mike's a smarter guy, right? So Mike knows how to – I think the CIA actually crafted him later in life with regards to understanding how – I don't want to say play the game – how to make things happen. So he just took that from CIA to State Department. He took it right into the White House. He took it right into the Oval Office. You know, I read both books. Esper's was a little bit harder to read. Mike's was great. You know, and as my friends have said, man, there's nothing Mike didn't do himself. You know, that's kind of what they said. So it's an interesting peek. And I don't know that there was a strong distaste personally for Trump, but I do know there was a lot of tension. It was a lot of argument for the sake of ego soul, you know, ego soul thing. There was never a soul with regards to, I love America. There was an ego piece. I love America. However, you better recognize me as a person. You got that, Pompeo? You got my Mike, whatever he called him. You got that, Mike? You got it, Mark? One kind of ran with it because he was smarter than the other guy. The other one kind of jumped out, you know? Yeah. So that's my thought. Obviously, there's tons of stories that right now I'm not going to talk about with personal conversations with the two of those guys. But I think that the one thing they both agreed on was the fact that he loves and loved America. And that's why they were able to salute, yes, sir, you know, we'll move forward. The problem is, you know, the problem at the time was Mark Milley. I mean, that's the problem in there. Bouncing off of everybody, you know, as a military officer. He's a train wreck. You know, whoever came in last, he's going to side with that person. Oh, yeah, you make a great point. Oh, you make a better point. Oh, you make the best point.
But I don't make any points.
I don't make any points because I'm just looking for, you know, I wish I went to West Point.
One week he's walking to the church with Trump with all the smoke bombs going off. The next week he's saying, I want to know about white rage.
Exactly.
It's like, all right,
yeah,
dude.
Exactly. You know? But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.
So fresh, so